What? Hold on. Okay.
Hold on.
Gigi Jackson's back on the show. We will get to all things you, but why the change of scenery? What just happened here?
Definitely got a text from Dad and Ma Dukes in the group chat to move places, so I had to sprint downstairs real quick. So
your family rocks. Like, this is awesome. Okay, so we got a new area. I like it. It's artsy. No BS. Like, you were probably our favorite guest last season. You made everybody so happy. We laughed. We know you broke your foot at the end of August, had the surgery. Like, what are we looking at timeline-wise? When do we get to see you back out there?
I've heard January floating around the facility. They're basing it off of when Jaren had this injury. I want to say a couple years ago. But he came back and won Defensive Player of the Year. So I told them I want to try to push myself. Obviously, I feel like I'm a little younger, so I can heal differently. So for me, probably late December. But if not, we'll
take your time.
What they say, like mid-January.
It's two guys with plenty injuries piled up. Take your time, make sure it's right, brother. Listen, we know who you are. Take your time. You ain't got to be a hero. Make sure you fully healed up before you go back out there, man. It's a lot at stake. This a long run game. It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint, man. Take your time, make sure you're right.
You still got Eric Otter over there in Memphis doing the rehab?
Oh, yes, sir. Him and Mr. Bronco.
Can you not call us sir? I respect the respect, but can you not call us sir?
You're old. Accept it, Lou. You're old. Both y'all are old. Gigi, though, I know that sometimes having a lot of like downtime is very difficult for some of us. So what do you do all day? What have you been doing besides the rehab part? Then what?
I found a love of just eating just to eat.
Welcome.
Barbecue.
Welcome to the group.
I went from about 218 to 220. I'm up like 231 right now. I'm getting a little chunky.
They take you to Ching shit?
Yeah. As soon as I start playing, I know it's gonna slim down, but hopefully slim down into something more built. So I'm trying to get as big as possible because I know when I start running, I'm gonna come down a few. So we just trying to see where I get there.
I mean, but you are young too, so that the losing of the weight will also be easy. Wait, we have video of what now? We have something. We're going to show something here. Okay. Well, this is
he was about to take this interview in the bathroom.
You
Mom
were
and Dad helped
frantic.
him out. Look at
this is some like undercover stuff going on right now.
Oh, never changed, Gigi Jackson, never changed.
That's awesome.
Gigi, I got to ask you, talking about your injury, how did this happen? There's reports that Desmond tried to block you in a scrimmage and you ended up on the floor basically with a broken foot. That's fact? That's exactly what happened?
Yeah, sadly. We were working out in Graham, Texas, and we just got done with a couple drills. So we was going to scrimmage against each other just to, get our win in cardio. But, Dez being the competitive player he is, him and Jake, they jawing back at each other, like we really want to get after it. So coming down the right side, we learned Dez, you can't play around with Dez. You got to like one or two moves, then go. So I went back middle. I gave him a bump. He didn't like the bump. So when I went up left, he tried to chase down, and he missed the ball. I made the layup. So when I landed, anyone know how Oak Hill's gym is set up? How the wall is so close to the goal? Yeah, it was kind of like that, but it was like one of those just outside bleachers. It was just one regular bleacher, and my head was finna smack on it. So when I landed on my left leg, went back, I tried to catch myself on my other leg, but I ended up somehow sitting on top of my foot, and it crunched the other side.
Damn.
Jeez.
I don't like it.
Gigi, I want to ask, man, in 2013, I tore my ACL. I had to miss the second half of the season. And for me, the toughest part of that was just having to watch so much basketball. What's been the adjustment for you? You guys are off to a 2-2 start. What's been the toughest part of just watching basketball?
'Cause you definitely feel like you can be out there, and as a competitor, it boils you when you see somebody that you used to go at it with last year or somewhere in your career getting buckets. Last night it was Julian Phillips. I ain't gonna lie, I was so mad he was out there, but that's kind of like my arch guy. We've been going back at it since like the 6th grade. But Jaren told me that as well. Like that was just gonna be the hardest part, just watching everybody. But I told Coach I look at it as a way to see how I fit in with the the head honcho guys on the court, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Just sticking to my catch and shoot, one pass swing rips, and defensively, I'm just trying to see where I can input myself.
The other part that sucks is that you haven't gotten to play with Ja Morant yet. At least we all get to finally watch him back, so that has been a really good positive for the season so far. What have you seen watching him?
He's really good. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen it in practice, but seeing it in game, he's very, very good. I feel like he can score at will anytime he wants if he if he isn't trying to catch his breath. But I've gotten to play with Dez and Jaren, and I've gotten to see what that feels like. So I feel like it won't be too crazy of adjustment. One thing I feel like adjusting to him is going to be difficult is I just got to have my eyes up. You never know when he's going to throw it. He's one of those players, he could be looking his way and rifle it, directly to you to the corner or going downhill, throwing a zip pass. So just always being alert, I feel like would be one of the big things with playing with him.
That is an advantage that you have too. Like, you're basically in a film session until you're back on the court. So keep doing that because it's gonna help you in the long run once you get back out there.
I like that idea. Yeah. Do you expect to start, like when you're watching this and you're thinking ahead, like, all right, when I'm ready and I get back out there, end of December, we're putting it out in the universe. What do you expect?
To be honest, I moved away from that way of thinking as a competitor. In college, I was kind of thinking that way, like I'm supposed to be starting, like this is supposed to be happening, things like that. But, we have our guys, and really, if I'm complimenting them well enough with our other bench guys, Coach may have a little bit of fun with the lineups every now and then. But it all goes off of how we're doing in the second unit. And ultimately how we back those guys up. And because we supposed to pick up their slack, so we pick up the little things that they do. Coach, he might throw me in there every now and then, so.
Gigi, I know it's frustrating sitting there watching, but as you watch, is there one player that you just can't wait to play against when you're back? I know last year you had us dying. You mentioned the whole Giannis pinched you story. Is that the get back you're looking forward to, or is there someone else that you've been watching that you can't wait to play against?
Well, I saw Giannis jump from the free throw line and kill Vucevic, so I don't know if I'm ready for that this year. But for some reason, Zach LaVine has been sticking out to me like crazy. I've been having this argument with like some of my teammates at the end of the bench, like what can't he do? And I just like the way he plays. Everything is slick, it's smooth, it's direct, it's accurate. His pound dribbles, they're not too hard, but they're not too soft, just the right amount to get you to shift a little bit so he can get a shot off. But I'll say him when I get back. I want to see what it's like guarding him.
It's a good one.
Look, you're 19, but you're no longer the youngest guy in the league. Are your teammates showing you a little more respect now, or are you still the kid?
I'm definitely still a kid, and the injury didn't help because I haven't gotten to play a game yet.
You're still a rookie.
Even the rooks, they see me as the youngest still. We were sitting on the bench. And freaking Zach come by, how we got the pads to, give you a little umph when you sitting down. Zach was like, yo, I need that pad, bro. And I was like, I can't. And he said it again in a deep voice, so I just got up and gave him the pad. But whenever we play that first game of the season, I'm definitely using my morning voice because you see it sound a little deep. I gotta use my
like
morning
that.
voice.
Morning.
Hey, Gigi, speaking of being young, last year you called Derrick Rose sir. Now that he's retired, what were some of the things that you'll miss about playing next to him, and what's some of the things that you picked up from being next to such a legendary point guard in our league?
How real he was, and him knowing how competitive he is, and he still felt like, he can go out there and get buckets, which he could. And the professionalism, always on time to things, early to things, matter of fact. We come up to the practice court. He's already in a full sweat, getting sprints and stuff. So just seeing how serious he took the game, and D Rose he's serious on the outside with how he looks, but he's a very, very funny guy. And we've had many laughs and many talks about the future. I had to ask him questions like how do you see pan out and different things like that. And, he just tells me to keep my head on the straight and narrow, and, the basketball side to take care of everything. So
The injury bug was not nice to you guys last season. You only won 27 games, but as we're talking, like, people are back, you'll be back. Expectation-wise, how are you guys viewing this season as a team?
Definitely, we feel like we can make a push in the playoffs. And we kind of like the fact that the world, in a sense, has kind of gone to sleep on the Grizzlies with these past 2 seasons, you know, ending because of injury and not being as successful because of injury. But our guys are hungry, and Coach Jenkins, he has a lot of stuff and cooking up and things. And with the new coaching staff, I feel like everybody's more locked in. Well, with the year and a half that I've been here, that I've seen, so we continue on this path, I feel like the sky's the limit.
Yeah, with that, with the exception of you, a lot of your guys are back. Ja Morant is back in the fold. What's the vibe like around the practice facility in the gym? Is it looser? You guys having more fun this year? What's going on? Take me behind the scenes.
Definitely having a lot more fun, but still having attention to detail as we would any other you know, game or team or practice, what it may be. But you know, we've had a couple team dinners where it's just us players going out, and those have been really good. You know, everybody getting to, you know, connect with each other. It's not so much as people having different cliques on the team, because I figured out that different teams can be like that. Whereas, you know, it's not like college, everybody hanging out together, you know, have certain groups. And even last year, it was kind of like that. But this year, I feel like guys are definitely becoming more comfortable around each other. Definitely on the bench talking about game plans, like he's supposed to do this, he's not supposed to do this. But, you know, everybody's knowing everything. So that's really good.
Who's the guy that champions that? Because it has its challenges, man. You're 19 years old. You might have a guy on your team that's 33, 34. Y'all not necessarily going to hang out. You know what I'm saying? And so who's that person that bridges that gap to make sure from young to old we're all on the same page and we got the common goals?
Definitely Marcus. I'll say Marcus, Jaren, Ja, well, our leaders, Marcus, Dead, Ja, and Jaren. Those guys, they have a way to keep themselves young, in a sense. Speaking about Marcus, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I have a way of keeping him young. Me and him, we have a cool dynamic, you know. I get to laugh with him every now and then in timeouts and stuff. But when we're up, you feel the vibe from those guys. They come into the bench, you know, a lot of high five, chest bumps and stuff. But when we're down, how serious everything gets. But it's not like to scare you. It's to let you know that we know we can do this thing, and it shouldn't have fallen off, so we have to do this now. So they know how to play basketball. And it's crazy how that basketball brings everybody together. And really just being a vocal leader helps on their end as well, keeping us together.
Gigi, obviously you are a fan favorite. Now you guys have Yuki. So take me through what's the vibe there? I mean, they're chanting for him. He checks into a game. What are you seeing? Is there jealousy when the fans love someone like they're loving him?
Definitely not. Yuki is a hell of a guy, and I'll tell you, some of our guys on the team are kind of a-holes. They've been trying to teach him curse words, and he don't know about them. Just he don't know what they mean. He don't know how to place them.
Oh, no.
But he's like he's another sponge on the team, just looking to get some new information about whatever it is he needs to know every day. Obviously, a hell of a player as well. Division, different things like that. But he's also another. Not as energetic as me, but, you know, you won't see a lot of just straight faces, a lot of smiles with Yuki around the facility. And, you know, he wants to be involved, and he wants to be in conversations. You know, he'll walk over, you know, just ask what you guys are talking about, or tell you what word he learned today. But
that's crazy.
Me and him I taught him on God, on my mama, and keeping it P.
Does he actually use that now in the right way?
Yeah, anytime, say Jaren walked through the locker room, oh, what's up, P? What's up, P? So he's funny. He's funny.
Dear God.
Gigi, I got to ask, Scottie Pippen Jr., son of NBA Hall of Famer, is
right?
Your teammate, and you said Scottie P is not like his daddy. What did you mean? What did you mean exactly?
You know, the size difference.
Oh, God.
Agility-wise, I feel like his dad may have the edge, athleticism-wise and stuff. But as far as, in my opinion, at least, as far as IQ and knowing how to basically be kind of a floor general, I feel like Scottie Jr. has the edge on him a little bit. And shooting the ball, that's a good debate. I don't know. Because sometimes Scottie, you know, it'd be short for Scottie. He'd be like, yo, you got to get above the rim swing. Other times it's catch, but yeah.
Senior's not going to like any of this.
No.
I feel like Senior does not.
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
Last time you were on the show, you said that Wemby would be the greatest player of all time. Now we've seen a bit more since we had you on last. You sticking with that?
Yeah, I got in trouble by that by like different players across the league. Like they was like, man, stop meat running. I'm like, bro, I'm looking at like 10, 12 years from now when he got like 30 extra pounds on him and got a nice goatee with a mustache. You know, he's gonna be tough to beat.
The goatee that's gonna do it.
Yeah, and that team that they're building in San Antonio, like we see how teams in our league can rebuild and ultimately be great franchises, like Orlando, how they've drafted all their guys, and Orlando's very good as well. Like they're extremely good. So I'm looking at San Antonio in the next couple of years with, you know, drafting the pieces they need. They're going to be a really good organization.
Also, how wild is it that your former AU coach, Chris Paul, is now teammates with Wemby? How much better do you think he can make Wemby? Like, what do you think he learns from such a, you know, a GOAT point guard like Chris Paul?
I feel like his lob rate, he'll definitely catch a lot more lobs. Not as much as he should be catching. Because I'm pretty sure at any point, if Mr. Lou watches the game, he sees how many opportunities you get to just throw the ball at the rim and he'll catch it. But just learning the game, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for him. Because I don't think there was really a guy on the court, you know, orchestrating things for them. Last year, it was kind of much, you know, give the ball to Wemby and let's play around him. But this year, I feel like they have a different outlet for all of their young guys, you know, to look to CP, you know, with whatever questions they might have.
Mr. Lou, see? You told him don't say Mr. Williams.
Switched it up. No, sir, Mr. Lou.
Mr. Lou is crazy.
I like Mr. Lou.
Yes.
You look like Mr. Lou.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I am 20 years older than him, so I take
Thank you.
It is what it is.
Respect. Do you have a Mount Rushmore of greatest players ever? I feel like you're having a lot of these types of conversations that we all have with our friends, so what's yours?
Yeah, I just was talking to my uncle the other day, but it's LeBron, Jordan, Shaq.
Oh.
And this is where I kind of get kerfuffled.
Just round it out to five. Just round it out to a 5.
We always give that fifth one.
By the way, I love the Shaq one. I think Shaq is
Shaq is
left on.
Kobe for sure.
It's tough.
No fours. Wow, no power fours in there.
Well, Tim Duncan.
For me, it's a lot of power forward. But either Curry or Kareem at for 5.
That's a good list.
Man, you don't know nothing about no damn Kareem. You calling me Mr. Lou talking about Kareem. Get out of
He
here.
was good on your uncle.
He watches stuff. By the way, that was a very Mr. Lou thing to say.
That's a pretty good list, though, Gigi. I'll be honest.
Gigi, honestly, especially while you're rehabbing, just come on as many times as you want. We're always here for you. We love having you on. This is the best.
Yes, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. I'm
indeed.
down anytime you guys want me.